I know what Shaq is trying to say is like today in our world, we're just appointing guys and just anointing guys way too fast because that's the way we look at things in this microwave society. The way that we are working right now, we are literally, our attention span is that fast. Like working in media, oh, that story's old. I was like, it happened 2 days ago, but people have moved on from that. And we know that. So because our attention span is so short, that when we see something, we make more of it. So maybe Shaq was sitting back like, y'all making way too much of Anthony Edwards because y'all stuck in this moment, but y'all not gonna keep perspective. I think in perspective and in this moment, the dude is damn good. But is he great? I stopped short of that. And why would I stop short of that? Let me do my comparison, like Shaq did with Jeremy Lin. I was commentating at ESPN, and this is when J.J. Watt, the light bulb, the watt in that light bulb was at maximum. Like J.J. Watt was tilted, destroying cats, 20-plus sacks a couple of times, right? And the conversation was, will J.J. Watt break the all-time sack record, right? And I'm like, man, he on pace to do something crazy. And then I didn't say yes, but I was like, yo, he's going to be an all-time great, which he is, I feel. But more than that, he's going to threaten that record. And then I got a call from just the person who just happens to hold that record in Bruce Smith. And he's like, son, because he called me son. I used to call him my football father because obviously he raised me in the game. And he was like, son, he was like, I just saw a segment you did on J.J. Watt. And he said, this is how you always talk. And let me just tell you, look, to get to 200 sacks, there's two ways to do it. You could get 20 sacks every year for 10 years. Or you could get 10 sacks every year for 20 years. Next time you do that segment, just think about that and answer the question thinking of that. And I was like, damn, that's some math that is never going to be mathing. Like nobody's ever going to make that add up. Did y'all hear me? 10 years at DN, I want to see 20 sacks. How about one, coach? Maybe. All right. You right. 20 years. First of all, coach playing 20 years in the trenches, shit, that ain't happening. Okay, no. Okay, 20 years and give me double digits every year. Give me 10 every year. You can do that, right? I got drafted at 22 playing the 42 and I'm getting 10 sacks in my 42nd year, old year. Hell nah, it ain't happening. And Bruce was right. And that made me just keep a greater perspective and a more of a lock on what I call good and what I call great. And sometimes because I commentate and now I have more of a face that's recognized even more so than I did when I played. And I was a damn good player. You know, I joke a lot. I had my moments. I was great for like a day. And then I was good for about a week. I was all right for a month. And the rest of my year in my life was just sorry. Like, you know what I mean? But the point is, I was top 50 in the NFL, voted twice, right? Made the Pro Bowl, got voted 3 times, but started once. Like, yeah, I get it. But great, when these kids walk up to me and their dad is like, because their dad just wants me to sign an autograph and sign a good one, personalize it. Oh, he was a great player. And I'll be like, Daddy, you pouring it on thick. Like, you pouring it on hella thick. Like, it ain't that serious. And so when Shaq is speaking on Anthony Edwards, when we're speaking on players, good to great, I wish we would have a little more perspective on it because we got to start from the top down. A lot of times we don't even start there. We start in the moment and then just reflect backwards. That's not how it goes. Like you got to measure the greats against the great. And if you're not looking, okay, if Anthony Edwards is great, what's Kevin Durant? Amazing. Let's stop. Here we go. No, he great. Here we go. Stop being corny. I hate when kids do that. I love you. No, one love. It's only me. One love. Houdini. That's all I need. You know, kids be doing that. My wife sometimes be acting like that. I'm like, you acting way young. Stop repeating the same word for emphasis. Just say it the right way and mean it. And so when I say Kevin Durant's great, right? I can't say that Anthony Edwards is great. He playing hella good. I can say, oh man, he's on the way to being great. Giannis is great. Can't say that about Anthony Edwards. So it's weird. you're listening to that Shaq and you're like, man, Shaq sound like an old head, get off my lawn type. But then when you hear what he's really saying here, he's like, dog, you got to really do that for a long time. You don't want to believe Shaq? You don't believe that he's saying it the right way? What about Bruce Smith, all-time sack leader? He broke it down the same way. You can't dismiss everything by saying, shut up, old head. Sometimes that old head is just kicking knowledge, just kicking wisdom.